chat a little, and then go into this idea. And then if you don't like the idea, we can just chat.
I'll tell you it's stupid, and we'll make sure that we tell everyone it's stupid.
Perfect.
We are friends from Craigslist.
Woo! Ooh, that was fire! Yeah.
What's up, podcast? Welcome to episode 21. I guess it's really 21.5 because of the technical difficulties that we had last week.
Yeah, way to screw up our birthday drinking age. Maybe that's what it is. Zoom got drunk because it was our 21st one, and
it sucked. It was a terrible. No, it was really good. So I was gonna just put the audio out, but the audio got screwed up too. Please continue to rate and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen. Go ahead and comment and follow on TikTok and Instagram. Comment though, because without the comments, we don't know what you want. It's like when you're sleeping with your partner, right? And y'all are getting into it, but you're not really quite sure what they want. So you got to be vocal and you got to communicate, right? I want to please you. Tell me how to please you is what I'm saying.
Tell me your fantasies.
Yeah. Tell me, hey, yo, what's your fantasy? I want to listen to the podcast all day. And I don't know.
On your toes.
Anyway, what up, Grace? How you doing?
Living large and in charge.
Dude, we've said this. I don't even know if it's on the podcast anymore because I feel like our real life and podcast sometimes mesh. Like we said on the Lost podcast that you were over in person, which was so nice to like actually see you in real life. And I wasn't sure if that was a podcast or if that was like you at my apartment.
I think it was on the podcast. But I mean, at this point, it feels like I haven't seen you for another year.
I know, and it's only been literally a week and a day, maybe.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's pretty weird to think about. It literally feels like it's been since COVID since I've seen you, even though it was the other week.
It's just never enough. I need more.
Is that because COVID screwed with your perception of time?
I think so.
Yeah. What if we were all in little matrices that when we go in our homes, time just bubbles?
I keep forgetting that I'm 30 years old now, but I drink like I'm 22. And dude, I woke up this morning. I didn't have a lot, man. I had 2 margaritas, 1.5 because Hope had the other half, and then I had a few beers because I was playing video games. I was like, oh, I haven't played video games in forever. Bro, I woke up this morning, my fucking throat was on fire. I'm like, I'm dying.
I was at a company on-site thing. I had 4 beers over 6 hours. The math, it might as well have been water. I was up at 1 in the morning, thought I was going to vomit. Now, maybe there was food poisoning or something, maybe there's something else, but
it's not great.
What? That's not even fair. Speaking of age, so I had similarly, we went to Adventureland this weekend.
Oh, wait, Six Flags, or is there another Adventureland?
There's a little amusement park out on Long Island that's always there. It's called Adventureland. It's a little carnival. It's like a pop-up carnival, but year-round. And I used to love roller coasters. And
I know where this is going.
I almost vomited at least twice, and to the point that I couldn't get the seat up off me quick enough to go do that, and it was a hard pill to swallow. That I never thought I would be the parent that stood on the sidelines when we go to roller coasters, holding the baby and the stroller and the prizes while everyone else went on roller coasters. But I think I'm that parent.
Dude. Oh, man. Now you know you've hit it. That's it.
What the heck? I don't want to be that parent. I want to be the one that goes on roller coasters.
I remember I would go on when I went to Disney World. I would go on this thing called Mission Space, and it spins like crazy. And I would make fun of my dad. And I was younger, but I would make fun of my dad because he'd have to like lay down on the ground when it was over. And I was like, ha ha, you're old. And now I haven't been to Disney World in a little while, and I'm like, oh fuck, is that gonna happen when I go on Disney World on that ride now? Fuck.
I'm hoping. So all of these were like spinning in some way.
Yeah.
And I could never really do spinning ones. So I'm hoping that I can still do like roller coasters, that it's just spinning ones that I need to not even attempt. So there's still a little bit of hope. But
yeah. Yo, can I show you something that creeps out hope, but I think it's like the dopest thing ever?
Of course.
All right, so I got this as a gift. I'm going to try to get it off camera. Okay, so I got this as a gift for my 30th birthday, and it's very unique. And one can perceive it as creepy, but I think it's pretty cool. For everyone listening, I'll describe it to you.
Where'd you get it from?
My aunt got it for me.
Okay.
She got it custom made, and it's sick. It's pretty sick. Ready?
Yeah.
Yo, isn't that cool? It's a bobblehead.
That's so dope.
How dope is that? Like, it's not bad. Like, it's a little bit like the hair's a bit lighter, but like
I was gonna say, look a little blonde.
But like, it makes me look like a Backstreet Boy, so I'm in. You know? Not bad, and it says like "Happy Birthday" on it.
Gift.
Cool, right?
You know, first of all, I've always wanted my own personal bobblehead. But I also thought they were like the coolest. Like, I always thought they'd be good gifts. They're so expensive.
Oh, dude. I'm like, she was like, listen, whatever you do, don't drop this and put it in a safe space because I can't buy another one. And I'm like,
they're so expensive for like a custom bobblehead.
Yeah. And like, supposedly you could get it without the head bobbling for less money. And it's like, well, what's the point? Just like a statue?
Yeah. Might as well print it out on my,
Yeah. Yo, I have an idea for a segment. Because we're going to jump. So next week, I think my buddy Noah's going to come on. He works with kids, and he's like writing a book, and it's actually really cool. But we do a lot of talking about, the hustle and the everything. And I've been overwhelmed with said hustle and said, thing this week because it feels like I never leave my computer. So I wanted to, because we seldom get episodes that are just you and I because we have a lot of guests, which is amazing. But I wanted to jump in and I wanted to do a little segment called Cozy Corner. And I have to say it like that. Cozy Corner.
Do we need like a fire crackling in the background?
See that blanket right here?
Yeah.
I was going to grab it. I literally thought about it and I'm like, oh, I'm already hooked in. Fuck it. So imagine that there's a blanket on.
Right.
I wanted
Everyone
to ask.
Get a little cozy.
Right. Everyone get a little cozy.
If you're on the subway, sit a little closer to the person next to you.
Yeah. Cue the saxophone music. It's post-production. So I wanted to ask, I got to get in the vibe. Hold on. Great. Hey. I wanted to ask you for a real question this time. For real, however much you want to share. And if you don't want to share, I'm going to cut it out. So, how did you know? So you've been with Casey for a long time. You've been with Casey when I was dating my ex-girlfriend. That's a while.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. I was going to make a really good joke, and now I remember it. This weather is more bipolar than my ex-girlfriend. You've been with Casey. You've been with Casey as long as I've been, or, from my ex and now moving on. I seriously wanted to know at the moment, was there a moment or was it just leading up to like knowing that she was the one? How do you know, or how did you know that she was the one? Because I think a lot of people struggle with that, and like even I struggle with that. Is that something you're willing to share with the class?
I think it's a super interesting question because I think first and foremost, I don't say like you never know because conceptually speaking, there's always I don't know that I believe in a true one soulmate. I think people can be with a lot of different people depending on the time in their life, depending on the needs, and it's almost like you can have multiple different paths, none necessarily better or worse than others, just different paths, and it depends on that kind of person that.
Dude, I've always been like, I'm the Disney guy, right? And so like I've been like, is there one for everyone? Dude, that's the thing. And I've seen it, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen it in myself and I've seen it with like just amongst friends, and it's such a thing as grass is greener syndrome, right? Like the grass is greener on the other side. Like, could I do something else? Could I do something better? Is this the right thing? And then you get in your head, and then you're like that cold feet thing, and then you're gonna go all the way to like the wedding, and then like and then freak out. I could like, but in your eyes, I want to know like how you're feeling.
Yeah,
because you already proposed. So
the way that I know is there is no grass is greener thought. So it was, I mean, my parents say, they knew when they saw each other. And I was like, I don't know if that's true.
I don't know.
I wish. That people are like, And I said, well, I think I know because I'm similar in like, my mom jokes that like I was the kid that always had to put every toy in their mouth. Like I had to taste and touch and do everything.
Yeah.
So like I always have that, well, what ifs? What is this? What if this? What if there's someone else? What if there's someone better? What if there's this? What if there's that? Mm-hmm. But you get to a point with someone where that what if is answered. What if there was someone else? Well, I wouldn't have this, and this. I don't know that I would be as happy. I can't confirm that that grass is greener is not. There's other grass, but it's kind of dead grass.
It's grass that all the dogs peed on.
Right. There's always other grass, but the difference is, and you can always ask, well, what if I would go over that hill? But you get that gut feeling like, no, it's dead grass. No, it's dead grass. And you're like, this is pretty green grass. I don't see any other green like that. That's how I knew, is because I don't know, like there is no grass is greener. There is no better option. There is no other, there's other, could there be? Like there's all the coulds and woulds and misses, but when you ask it, the answer's like, right. There's no other, aspect like that. And then the other part is you get to a point that I can't imagine, even fathom a life without them. Like, it's not even just like, I can't imagine my life without you. Like, no, I physically cannot think about what it would be without this person. And it's like, yeah, well, I might be here. Well, then I'm sleeping alone. I don't have this person that loves me. And you're just like, wait a minute. That goes back to there is other grass.
Right.
But it's pissed on grass. Why would I want to go to pissed on grass? That doesn't seem this is luscious, everything I want and need situation.
This is that recently fertilized.
Yeah, this is that sod level grass right now.
Yo,
yeah, I think
I feel like everybody, like no matter what position you're in, single or like in a relationship, there's always a moment or two, and like even when you're like set in stone with your person, right?
Yeah.
But like, not even grass is greener as in other people, but grass is greener as in like, all right.
You could want to be single. What if my life was not living here? Like, it could be
or just like
things.
you, but it's always when you're on the opposite end, right? Like you glorify the single part, and you're like, oh man, I could have just played video games whenever I want when I did that, and then you're on the other side, like, oh man, I miss being in a relationship. I miss like the cuddles and the love, and it's like it's so interesting that like we as humans like just are always okay. What's the next thing? Unless like I mean I know people are just completely content. You know, like
Well,
whatever.
and so that's the other part, like there's nowhere I'd rather be situation. There's the I can't imagine at that part, can't imagine a life without you. There's the like you you do everything like I'm challenged.
Mm.
I'm stimulated mentally, emotionally, like I'm, like it's not just sex. It's not just good friendship. It's not just like you're
It's all
touching all levels. Like and it's not content and complete. Not saying we don't get into routine, but you still are excited to see each other when you get text messages. You still wonder where they've been if they haven't texted you, even if they're in the room next to you. Like there's those aspects that just do that. And then, the part of like, how do you know is when, you go through good and bad times. Like, I don't know how people know after a year. I don't know how, like, I don't know how you even know that quick, because how do you know how you handle if shit gets real?
Yo, we were chatting about like people that got like married real quick or moved in. Like, all right, so I'm not gonna say who, but I judge some people that I know that literally like after 6 months they're like moving in together. I'm like, dude, are you fucking crazy? Like, I understand, like you're in love or whatever, but like, fuck, it's only a year. Like, shit, like, and then if you're doing the right thing, it's not gonna undo itself. You know what I mean? That's it.
Totally believe in honeymoon phases too. I think there is a definite infatuation that happens, and that's also what I mean. How do you like? You need to have close calls. You need to have near breakups. You need to have the whole gamut. And then it's the one when both of you go through all that, choose each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know. When you're at that near breaking point, whether it's personal and you're going through an emotional state, at the end of the day, you wake up and you still choose each other, they're the one.
Yeah. Yo. I wanted to. I know I don't want to interrupt Cozy Corner because this is fucking on point. But I wanted to just hit you with this real quick.
Yeah.
I appreciate that point of view, and I think we should do this more often. This is nice. Some like real talk.
I feel cozy.
Some real talk. I can't do the Trump voice. I don't know. Dude, you know what grinds my fucking gears?
Let's be honest here.
Yeah, you know what? I always do this to myself. I'm coming in and I'm like, I'm not gonna do a Let's Be Honest today. We're just gonna chit chat and talk, and we'll save the Let's Be Honest. But let's be honest, dude. Okay, so if everyone has been hip to my Instagram, social media, YouTube, what up, TikTok? Okay, you know that I'm getting back to my roots. I'm putting out a lot of saxophone stuff, and I feel good doing it. It's something I love to do. And also just, looks like a saxophone gig is in the future. So I'm like, all right, this is how I play again. But like, when you hit people up that like you used to be friends with, or you did like a thing with, maybe a business, or like in my instance, a gig, and they've become pretty successful. And not successful as in like worldwide, but like successful enough at like what they do. And I'm like, hey man, great for you. I'm not asking anything of you. I'm just saying, hey, what's up? And then they talk to you or don't talk to you, or talk to you in a way that they're like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. I'm just like, oh, hey, yeah, it's good. Thanks. And I'm like, bro, I never hurt you. I never like had sex with your mom. Like, what's good? Like, I don't like that shit, man. Just like not true friends, or like not even friends. Like, I'm aware they're acquaintances, but like friends that are not like you and I. Friends that are like, okay, like for instance, you came to my place. The next stop for me is to come check out your place. Also because I want to check out your place, spend time with you, and you made the effort to come over here. That's cool. I have a friend that this is always like, yo, come through. And I always go to his place, but this dude just never will come to my fucking place just to chill. Like, I don't want to have to go all, and that's like fucking everything, right? There's always those
don't
friends
even
that
get me.
don't go out of the way. And it drives me crazy.
Okay, so I am like hardcore have opinions about friends in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
The mutualness, 100%. I also like the other thing that gets me is on friendship is the ones that are like we can go 2 years not seeing each other and it feels like we saw each other yesterday.
Yeah, we're good.
And do you give a shit? No. Does it suck? Would I like to see you more? Yeah. But does it ruin our friendship? No. If
Do
you
I
can't
want to
ignore
get drunk and get a burrito? Yeah.
Yeah. But like those people who are like, you don't make the time, you don't do this, and like get upset for like having other shit to do. It's like,
dude, I have a job, man.
yeah, it's just like I'm gonna make the effort when first of all, I hope you know I'm loyal as hell. If you need it, we'll drop everything to be there. Does that mean I'm gonna come to a party of yours 9 p.m. when you live in the city, I live on Long Island, and like probably not. Like, to be honest, that seems like an unreasonable schlep that just I don't want to do. And it's not personal, but like I don't want to fucking do that schlep.
No.
Like things like that, and then you get like take it personally. It's like
no, dude, it's not you. I have to I have to drive, or I have to take a really late train.
Yeah.
And it's
or like to your point, like you make an effort, you doing up. Like, do they need to come all the time? No, but like show something, show up. Like,
right, especially if like, all right, so your party thing, for instance, was like, yeah, it's late too because you're coming from afar. This person that I'm referring to is very close in proximity, and literally it's been like 3 or 4 times that I've gone out of my way, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And like, but then step 2, without being passive aggressive, how do you say that? Like, it's hard, right? Especially being like a dude. You can't be like, hey, I just want you to respect my feelings. And like you can't, it's hard to, you don't, you know what I mean? It's like, it's very frustrating. That's the only thing I wanted to vent about today. It was just like, it's like a mutual thing.
I get that.
Not a lot of people get.
I mean, I think you can call them out. Who's calling? The cat's on the screen.
Emergency alert. It's an emergency alert. There we go. That was like, oh, by the way, it's raining outside. Well, yeah, no shit, dick. But yeah, dude, it's like it's hard to. It's like a hard thing to navigate, right?
Yeah.
It's I don't know. That's
part
one
of
of yeah.
Yeah, and part of me says you call them out, be like, yo, I've come to yours like the last 3 times. Get your ass over here. And there's like the funny way to do it like that. That's like, no, like, nah, brah, I'm not coming there one more time until you show up over here. And then if they're like, no, then you're like, all right, I'm not making that effort anymore.
Right. You're a real wiener.
Yeah.
That's why what you and I have is so special. We could just be honest and upfront. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that I could just speak my heart. We
could just be wieners together.
We're just 2 dicks in a sack of life, huh? I am very excited for next week and the coming weeks. We confirmed as well, Alexia Bomtempo is going to be on the show very soon.
Yes, that's star material right there. Her stuff that she's like international travel stuff, so you do not want to miss that one.
You know when I knew it was big time was when I Googled her, and you know when you Google someone legit, there's a whole thing at the top, not just like websites, there's like a thing with a box in their picture and like a bio. And I'm like, oh shit, she has that. And I hit her up, and I hit her up, and I was like, hey, how did you get that thing on Google? And she just wrote back, haha. So I'm like, okay, so she's big. But yeah, she'll be on the show, and I'm excited about that too. So, dude, we're going to have a lot of good stuff coming up, and I'm excited. Did I miss anything?
No, don't forget we have merch. That's the other thing. If you want it, come get it. If you have ideas, come share it.
FriendsfromCraigslist@gmail.com. What up?
Do it. Boom.
It'll be amazing.
Episode 21.5/21/21.5 to whatever we need to call it.
It'll probably be 21. I don't know. I'm getting
All right.
crazy. Get ahead of myself.
Wow.
Whoa, baby. You know I'm getting back. I'm getting it back. Here it comes.
Yeah. Getting out of that cozy corner, getting into crazy corner.
Right? Oh, God, we got to end it before Crazy Corner comes on. All right. Episode 21. What up?